Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to talk about common excuses narcissists make to avoid you. But before I get into this podcast, quick announcement. I just wanted to make you guys aware again of all the YouTube pirates out there that are stealing content from me and original creators and coming out with all of these AI videos and AI channels showing big influencers like Mel Robbins or Jordan Peterson, all right? And they're taking our content, generating AI out of it, and putting it out there with one of the big influencers' pictures. That's not them talking, that's us talking. And just be aware of that because this just happened again. My video from yesterday where I talked about how narcissists are after 60 years old. There's already a million channels already that copied what I said and put out an AI video saying, like Jordan Peterson motivation or Mel Robbins or whatever. And I just want to make you guys aware that it's nonstop with these YouTube pirates, but I know that YouTube is going after them. But okay, now I'm going to get into it, all right? If you do see those channels, those AI channels with, my content, original content, or other original creators' content, please report them, okay? Thanks. All right, so let's talk about excuses narcs make to avoid you. What do you think a narcissist is going to say in order to get out of, taking accountability or to just avoid you? Or maybe they want to go and see other supply. What are the excuses? What is that narcissist going to say to you? Well, I'll tell you the number one thing a narcissist is going to say to you to get out of, seeing you, because they probably are going to see another supply. So what do you think they're going to say to you? I have to work. They love to use the work as an excuse because they know you really can't say anything. If they come back and they say, oh, I have to work again. Oh, listen, I have to work late tonight. Oh, listen, I have to work over the weekend. That excuse is the most common excuse a narcissist is going to do to avoid you and be able to go see other supply, okay? So there's nothing you can really say about it, and the narcissist knows it, so they love to always use the excuse, listen, I got to work again. Listen, I'm working overtime. They're always talking about how much they're working, but meanwhile, when they are with you, they're complaining how they have no money, all right? They're always telling you how they're working all the time, and then they're telling you, oh, listen, I don't have much money, or, I didn't get paid much this week. Really? You didn't get paid much this week? Because you told me you were working late all week, or you were working the weekends too. So that's what they're doing. They're gaslighting you to go see the other supply and tell you, I have to work, all right? What's another excuse narcissists make to go see the other supply or avoid you? They say things like, I'm not feeling well. Now they're going to use the sick card, all right? Very common. Narcissists do this all the time, or they do this out of having to help out. Listen, I'm not feeling good. Listen, my stomach's bothering me. Listen, I think I have to go to the doctor. Oh, I think I'm running a fever. So they love to use the excuse, I'm not feeling well, I'm not feeling well. And, you're sitting there, again, where does that leave you? You can't say anything, right? If they're not helping you with chores or things around the house, or you need to get something done, all of that responsibility is going to fall on you. And the narcissist is going to tell you, I don't feel well, all right? Or if you're not living with the narcissist, they'll tell you, listen, I'm not feeling well. And that's a way for them to be able to go see the other supply. And then when you call them, they're not picking up their phone. And what do? They tell you they were sleeping. Oh, listen, I wasn't feeling good. I fell asleep on the couch, the fever knocked me out. All right. These are the outlandish lies that narcissists make. And then they're going to see the other supply. So the other common excuse they use, to go see the other supply and to avoid you is I'm not feeling good. And that goes right along with, oh, listen, I'm going to bed. All right. So the next excuse or phrase that narcissists use when they're going to see the other supply is they say, listen, I'm going to go to bed now. I'm really tired. It's been a long week or something. Meanwhile, it's like a Saturday night, 8 o'clock at night. And you could trust and believe that narcissist is not going to bed at 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. But they're going to tell you, listen, I got to catch up on my rest. I'm going to go to bed now. And they're either going out to see another supply or they could be having another supply come to their place. Now, why do they do that? Why do they use sleep as an excuse? Or what they'll do is they'll tell you they're going to sleep, and then you see their light on the dating apps or on Facebook Messenger, right? This happens all the time. And what do they always love to say? Oh, my light's on because the app never closed out. This is all an excuse, okay? Because if they're not on there and they're, not on their phone, that light should go off, all right, within 20 minutes, all right? But these are excuses, and this is how narcissists play. And this is how they are able to go see other supply. They tell you they're going to sleep all the time, okay? Now, what's another excuse narcissists use to go see the other supply or to avoid you? They tell you, listen, my car is in the shop, so, I can't really do anything now. I'll probably be getting it next week or something. All right. Again, this is very common. They love to say, my car is in the shop. They're working on my car, or I have to work on my car. Okay. Now they can't get anywhere because their car is in the shop, and, maybe you don't live close to them, and they use that as an excuse to not have to come see you. Oh, listen, my car's in the shop, but I should have it by tomorrow or the next day. That is also another excuse too, where they could say, listen, I'm working on my car, and you call them and they'll say, oh, I'm working on my car. I'm in the driveway working on my car, when really they're going out and seeing another supply. All right. Okay, you guys, we're getting into it now. What's another excuse that narcissists make to go see the other supply? All right. And to avoid you. What do you think? Well, before I tell you that, I just got to say, this is from Yaz from the Game Exposed. All right. Have to say this in the middle of these things because of AI copying. So this is brought to you by Yaz. But what is another excuse narcissists make to avoid you? They tell you that they have to go to the ER, the emergency room. All right. This is so classic. Oh, listen, this is when they ghost you. They'll ghost you. You don't hear from them. You don't know what happened. And then they come back and they say, oh, listen, I was in the ER. I had to take my mother there. She wasn't feeling good. She was having heart palpitations. Oh, my gosh. The stories that they tell, all right? It's just unbelievable, the stories they'll tell. I was in the ER, and, in the ER, in the emergency room, they don't have I don't have Wi-Fi over there, which, you guys, a lot of times is true. In the emergency rooms, there isn't usually Wi-Fi inside, but if you walk right outside the emergency room, you can get a connection. I know that. I've been in emergency rooms many a times with my son, and have been able to call people when I just walk right outside the door there, okay? But narcissists, they use that as another big excuse. So listen, I'm in the emergency room. Listen, I can't see you, or I wasn't able to call you because, I was in the emergency room. I fell, I hurt my leg or something like that. They love to say they fell and hurt their leg. Okay. Meanwhile, you see them and you don't see any bruises. They're walking fine. All right. Oh, they made a miraculous recovery, right? Unbelievable. Now, what's a real creepy excuse narcissists will make to go see another supply? What do you think they're going to say to you? And this actually happened to me. I had a narcissist who did this. I've had narcissists do all of these things. And that's why I'm able to tell you guys this, because I went through this and this is how I know all of this. Like, somebody made a comment on my Facebook page and they said something like, you have good, you get good information or something. And I'm like, get good information? This is my real life experience. Okay. I was like, I don't get information. I live this. So that's why I know it. Nothing's more real than the truth, right? So, all right, next excuse narcissists make when they're going to see another supply. What do you think they're going to say when they're going to see another supply, or they disappear and ghost on you for a while? This one is like the biggest joke. Oh, listen, I had to go to a funeral, all right? Or I have a funeral. Again, they feel, okay, what are you going to say when they tell you my distant cousin, third cousin, fifth cousin, 25th cousin, passed out and died, and they're going to have the funeral, and I have to go, and I was asked to go to this funeral. What are you going to say? You can't say anything, right? Because it's a funeral. Somebody died. And they're going to say it's somebody in their family, a distant relative in their family that died, and they have to go to a funeral. So this is another excuse that narcissists love to use. Listen, we have a funeral and I can't see you. All right, babe, I gotta take care of what I gotta take care of with my family. All right, just understand this, blah, 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 right? Meanwhile, what are they doing? They're going and spending a few days with the other supply, the new supply, okay? Now, the other way that narcissists see the new supply, all right, and this is a real sneaky one, and I happen to know narcissists that did that to somebody I know, all right? They'll tell you, you know what, I need a vacation. I need a break. I need a vacation. I need to get away. So now what do, you guys? They tell you they're going away on vacation. All right. Oh, I just need to go away, for a little bit or whatever. I need to clear my head. They're going away on vacation. But guess what? You're thinking they're going away on vacation by themselves. And they're actually going to meet another supply, all right? This happens a lot. Narcissists will make you think that they're going away, let's say, for a little mini vacation. They're going to Florida. They're going to the Caribbean. Oh, I just need a little break. Or they'll even lie and say they're going with their friend, all right? One of their girlfriends, if it's a female or guy friend, they're just going for a day or two. And meanwhile, they're going with another supply. That's another excuse that narcissists make to avoid you to see the other supply. They'll say they're going to clear their head or something. And meanwhile, they're going on vacation with another supply. Or what they could be doing, you guys, is they could be flying to go see another supply in another city. They could lie and they could tell you they're going to visit their aunt or their brother, their distant brother, their stepbrother. They'll make up some extended family member. Or listen, I'm going to see a relative of mine. They live on the other side of the country. We've been in touch and, we may plan this. I was going to go meet them and everything. And they say they're going to meet this distant relative or something like that, and they are going to meet another supply that they're in contact with in another city, or it could be another country, all right? So narcissists do this all the time. You think they're with you, they're traveling by themselves, but they're not traveling by themselves. They're either traveling with another supply, or they're going to travel to go see another supply. So they'll use excuses like, oh, I have work. Listen, I got to travel, like if they're in New York, I got to travel to California for my job. I got to travel to Chicago. I got to travel to the UK. I got to travel to Dubai. I got to travel wherever it is. All right. They're telling you, oh, they have to travel for work. And meanwhile, they're traveling to go see another supply. So that's another excuse narcissists use to avoid you and be able to go see another supply, maybe in another area, because narcissists don't just deal with supply here. where you're at, they deal with supply all over. You can thank social media for that, because that's opened up the whole world to these narcissists. They're not just limited anymore to their local towns, all right, or the localities where they're at. Now they can branch off to other cities, other countries, and be able to travel to see other But what they're telling you is that they're going on work. It's work related, or they're going to visit a distant family member that lives in another city or another country. All right. And meanwhile, they're going to see another supply, or they're traveling with that supply. Okay. What's another excuse narcissists use to be able to go see be able to go see new supply? Brought to you by Yaz at the Game Exposed. They tell you, I need a break, all right? When a narcissist tells you they need a break, that means they're putting you on the shelf so that they can go see somebody else, okay? So what better way to do that than tell you, listen, we need a break. I need a break, all right? I just need a little time to myself, a week, 2 weeks. I need a little break. In the meantime, they're out with the other supply, having a good time with themselves, all right? And then they come back and they hit you up like 2 weeks later, right? And say, hey, babe, how you doing? I missed you. I just needed that time, to clear my head. Yeah, they needed to clear their head. What they needed to do was do other things in the bedroom, do the nasty with the new supply. But now they're coming back to you. So another excuse they use to go see the new supply is, I need a break. I need a break. All right. This is how they're gently trying to back off from you to be able to go see the new supply and also leave themselves open to come back to you. All right. The other excuse narcissists use, all right, to be able to break away from you is tell you, you need to work on yourself. You need to look in the mirror. Narcissists love to say this to people. Oh my gosh. They love to say, take a look at yourself. Why don't you look in the mirror? You need to look in the mirror. All right. Meanwhile, they're the toxic ones, but they're telling you, again, projection. They're telling you to go look in the mirror. All right. And they'll say something like, well, you need to work on yourself. Once you work on yourself, then I'll think about, when I want to see you or something like that. That is all an excuse. All right. That's an excuse to break away because they have another supply. So they're going to tell you, make bullshit excuses like you need to work on yourself. I can't do this right now. You go work on yourself. I need some time. You need to go work on yourself. You need to reflect on yourself, how you're controlling and how you're insecure. You need to work on yourself. We need time apart or something. It's all bullshit, okay? It's all bullshit. It's all their way to be able to go get busy with other supply or another supply, make you think that there's something wrong with you, and then they come back to you after they get tired and bored of the other supply, and then they come back and you get the text, I love you. I love you, right? No, when that narcissist sends you a text, I love you, after they ghosted you, and you heard this by Yaz from the Game Exposed, okay? I know this because I went through this. It's because they just cheated on you, all right? So anytime a narcissist ghosts you, and then you get a text or a call, babe, I love you, or I love you, that narcissist just cheated on you, just so you know, okay? And the funny thing is, the reason that I know this, okay, is because when it happened to me, I didn't even realize that. I was thinking, oh, you know how you feel like when you get a text like that, I love you, it makes you feel good, right? But who pointed it out to me? My narc girlfriend, all right? She's the one who said to me, he just cheated on you. And I looked at her and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? She goes, I'm telling you, he just cheated on you. And how does she know that? Because that's the way she was. All right. That's the way she was. So leave it to another narcissist to tip you off as to what that narcissist is doing. So that's exactly what they do, all right? And they'll say something like, I love you after they disappeared on you and they cheated on you, okay? Next, after saying, I need a break, you need to work on yourself, they'll say, I'm finding myself. I really don't know what I want. I don't know. I need time to myself. I don't know what I want. Now, here's what I got to say to this. Narcissists know exactly what they want. Sorry, you guys, I keep getting interrupted. Narcissists know exactly what they want. Don't ever think a narcissist doesn't know what they want. They know exactly what they want, okay? So when a narcissist sits there and tells you, I don't know what I want, they are flat out lying and using that as an excuse, because a narcissist always knows what they want. They've already evaluated you. They've already sized you up and decided, what they want out of you. All right. So when they sit there and they back off from you, let's say they back off from the relationship and, they came on strong and now they're kind of like stepping back from the relationship and they use the excuse like, listen, I think we need time apart a little bit. I don't know what I want. We move so fastly, this and that. Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing. They came in, they got the supply, and now they're getting out. But they're going to tell you, I don't know what I want. I just, I need some time or something like that. Don't believe it. It's an excuse. It's an excuse to put you on the shelf so that they can come back later on, all right? Kick that narcissist to the curb, all right, you guys? So I hope that helps you. And so these are all the excuses, common excuses narcissists make to, be able to go see other supply or to avoid you, avoid accountability. These are the common excuses of the narcissist that you will hear a lot when you're dealing with a narcissist. So be aware of it, okay? Be aware of it. Don't always be so gullible and believe everything that somebody tells you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to say this. I tell people this all the time when they look at things in the media, in the news. Stop believing everything that you hear, okay? These people, these news outlets have an agenda, all right? They're trying to manipulate you and manipulate your mind. And the same thing with this. Don't believe everything you hear. You have to vet it out to see whether this person is being sincere or whether they're playing you. And if you're dealing with a narcissist, they're playing you, and these are the excuses that they use. So I hope this helps you. If it does, please hit the subscribe button. Please share the video. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askyaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed. If you want more reels and videos, check out my YouTube. I lay it down on YouTube, over 7,000 videos. There's a lot of information at the Game Exposed podcast on YouTube. TikTok is the Game Exposed, and Facebook, Instagram is the Game EXP123. And have a great day, you guys.